Hello. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is the first day of the week. So we'll start off with the pair on our screen. We'll start off with the Eurusd. This is what I'm looking at. So you can see from this point that the price has been actively to the upper side. Like we had this big move up. There's a slight correction. So overall, we closed above where we opened. Then the price moved up and closed even higher above where it opened. It moved up and closed higher. Then it moved up, but for the first time it actually closed below where it opened. So this was the beginning of retracement. This is the beginning of retracement. We saw price move up all this while from 18th of May. The price was closing above on the weekly chart, closing above on the weekly chart. It closed above also here. For the first time it closed below. Then the next week it also closed below. Then this week now, from the week which was between 23rd and 26th, there was this move up. It came and closed slightly above. And then this week there was this attempt to close above also this of the previous week. So as it is now, we are likely to see price, because it's like we are now reversing to the upper side again. There was this downward trend where the price was closing below. It began closing above, and we do expect price to close above even this week. So as it is now, expect more movements up to this resistance. Expect price to proceed up to this point. Expect the price to continue up to this resistance, where you are supposed to look for a sell position. This is simply what we are expecting. So as it is now, we want price to continue upwards. We want it to try giving us the best opportunity to look for a trade. That is, it should try getting that resistance so that we look for a sell position at the lowest possible risk. So the next chart we look at GBP USD. We have it here. GBP so far, we can see an upward move. This one here, there was this move up, and then there's the first close below, the next close below, and then the next close slightly lower before there's this close above. So this week the price may likely close above where it opened. So expect more movements to the upper side, but of course there's a resistance here where the price must first of all break beyond before we can say that we are continuing upward. So we want to see a break beyond 1.25394, then a retracement, so that we can continue up to this point. We also expect price to go up this resistance here. So we had as a level here a buy, and we expect more buy positions up to the line which we have at the top. So this is what could happen ultimately. We may see a scenario where the price ends up closing above 1.27908. So this may not happen this week, but give it 2 weeks, the price may already be here. So the next chart we look at USD JPY. USD JPY is here. So USD JPY so far, USD JPY, this is how the chart looks. If you check the 1 hour, we have a very good trend line here, and then you also have another trend line from the top. So basically we do expect sell positions. We have a support, there's a break, we have a resistance, and we had a resistance here. So we expect a sell position. We expect price to sell off up to this support, where we want to look for. So this should be the best place where you want to wait for price to get to, so that you pick a buy position after the top. And if the price breaks above the upper trend line, expect it to pull back slightly so that we continue up to the resistance which we have at the top, the last level which you're having, which is here. So basically this is what should happen this week. We expect price to possibly break beyond 108.093, or on the other side it may break below that support, the one which I've just drawn, which means the price, if it breaks below the low one, expect a continuation up to the line which you have at the bottom, which is 108.865, and then the next level is also here. So the next chart we look at, we want to look at SP500. SP500, we have it here. This is upwards. If you can remember what we said some few days ago, we actually recommended a buy position. We said that we had a resistance on the 4 hours, which was here. We said that should the price break beyond this resistance, the best was to wait for a pullback so that we continue up towards the next level, which was this one. So exactly whatever we said is what has happened. The price ended up to the upper side. It has closed beyond 3153.5. So we are waiting for just that pullback so that we pick a buy position from this point. This is what we are waiting for only. A retracement, we pick a buy up to the top. So the next chart is this one. So this is upwards. We have a trend line at the top here where the price may likely get to. From the bottom we have this here. So we expect price to continue up to this resistance so that we pick a sell up to the line at the bottom. So this is the correct place here. We have this here, and then we have this. So if the current force reaches this level, that will give us the ideal place to look for a sell from, up to the trend at the bottom where we look for a buy from. So expect a move up and then a bounce from this point, then a reversal, so that you continue up towards the next levels. The next chart we look at gold. So this is how gold looks so far. Gold is upwards. Gold is very much to the upper side. We had a support here. There was a gap above. As it is now, the price is still above that gap. So we expect more movements to the upper side. We are still holding on to the buy position which we took previously. We expect price to continue much higher. Like if the price can pull back to the low side, then the next place where it may come up to is this one, 1750.69. If it doesn't bounce off from this point to the upper side, instead if it breaks below, then expect a move up to 1680.67. so that should be here. Expect a move up to 1680.67. so that is all we have for today.